since a youngster. Fully, we can't let no punk us.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And tonight we'll see the Dallas Mavericks as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns.
And for that game against the Nuggets, that will be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton into the point guard. And for Dallas, we've got Derek Lively. Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Davis, and it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. And the Pacers start off with the ball. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Here's Nembhard. Siakam outside. There's the triple. And Lively pulls it down. Now, here's Marshall, defended by Mathurin. Marshall gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Here's Mathurin, launches it, gets the three-pointer to fall.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam, Clark, has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Marshall gets the bucket.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Turner. Wide open look. It's rebounded by Dallas. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
For Indiana, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. He talked about the challenge of game planning for Tyrese Halliburton. The coach said we have to stay in front of him. The second he gets a step on us, that's when it's kind of pick your poison with him. If our guys stay in front of him, I think we should be fine. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And Davis gets it to go.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Marshall. Last game we saw him score 13. Up top, Mathurin. He's covered by Irving. And Davis sends it back.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
Basket counts.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Neesmith, he's checked in for Halliburton. These teams were last season's best passers, the squads with the most assists in the NBA. Number one, the Pacers.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Mavericks. And finished off by Lively.
Climbing the ladder, going upstairs. Lively, he doesn't have to go far to flush it.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. Nembhard with it, picked up by Thompson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. B.J. Washington comes in for Najee Marshall. And it's Dante Exum in for Thompson. So it's the Mavericks now. The Pacers making the shot. And stolen by Siakam. Back to Jackson from deep. Exum pulls it in. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Davis. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Inside. And finished off by Siakam.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Now, here's Washington. Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 8.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Jackson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Washington with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Here's Gafford. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Keeping that head on a swivel, eyes alert. Washington doing a nice job finding this man there.
Indiana shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for McConnell. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From 11 feet away, Toppin pulls it in. 1 second left. That shot, no good. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Hey guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Mavericks shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got T.J. McConnell, and is out there with Walker. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Neesmith in at the 3 spot. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking it in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Dallas making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And a miss there on the triple. Mavericks leading by 4. Toppin with the steal. Dinwiddie against Halliburton. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Davis is checked in for Irving. And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still scoreless. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, he's a stretch forward now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
To the paint, here's Walker. That misses off the backboard. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for Dallas. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Dante Exum. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Andrew Nembhard comes in for T.J. McConnell. Pacers trail by 8. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Turner's got 5.
Yeah, in today's basketball world, big men have to shoot it, and Turner's got a nice touch and pretty good range out there.
And it's Washington missing.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Pass to Nesmith. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Maverick lead. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Washington. Then for the Pacers, Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin, and it's Benedict Mathurin in for Nesmith. Dallas leading by 3. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Teardrop shot. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Thompson on the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pacers trail by 7. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. Dallas leading by 4. It's picked off. .103 left in the first half. And a wide open look for Siakam. Indiana again missing. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. A different look for Dallas. Marshall, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. And it's Dante Exum in for Irving. And Indiana with a change here, too. Neesmith has checked in. Davis, the pass to Marshall. Now, here's Thompson. Defended by Mathurin. Here's Lively. And he converts the layup. Lively's got his second basket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough. 14 fouls.
There's 38 seconds left now here in the second.
And this has really become a struggle for them. Their shots aren't dropping, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. They need to put everything they have into getting high percentage shots.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Here's Nembhard. He's defended by Exum. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And both free throws good for Nembhard.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Turner with a screen on Davis. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint. And if we can continue to do that, it puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Okay, they're thinking about the shot. One more time, a huge round of applause for our contestants.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
Some heated conference races going on right now.
Ernie, you're always heated about something.
I don't get heated, Shaq. I go with the flow, man.
See, Ernie, that's what makes it so easy to work with you. When Shaq's all worked up, you're the voice of reason.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Pacers.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, punched in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And so here is Dallas, 6-point lead. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls. We've
got Thompson. Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then there's Irving. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. A three-pointer is right on target. Halliburton's got 11.
I think because Halliburton can knock down that three with regularity, you got to defend him closely at all times.
Thompson inside. Ahmad covering. Thompson with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
That's his fourth foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation, because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Mavericks. Now, here is Halliburton. He's got 11, and stolen by Thompson. It's Davis on the wing. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Count the basket. Davis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Anthony Davis, third.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Siakam outside. Down low. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunity.
Dinwiddie for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Dinwiddie's got 5 now.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Halliburton finds Turner. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Thompson gets it inside.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
So they foul intentionally. Mavericks making a switch here. Washington's checked in. Nesmith, he's checked in for the Pacers. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Indiana moving it around. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Nesmith has got his second bucket of the game to go. Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark, they've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the 3. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report.
And, you know, guys, we've talked about Dinwiddie's height before. Well, he does a good job using that height with these strong finishes.
Neesmith cans it from downtown. Neesmith has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
The three from Davis. Kept alive. Here's Lively. Good work defensively by Turner.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Neesmith can't get it to go. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. At one point, they led by 16.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact, but boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Lets it go from deep. Here's Siakam. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And the shot goes down.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Siakam. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here he goes. Exum. The layup off target. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pacers trail by 18. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Walker out there with Neesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Toppin. And it's Halliburton in a 2-guard.
Getting elevated is something Toppin has no problem with. Give him airspace at your own peril.
Here's Prosper. Good work there as it goes. Prosper's got his first bucket in this one.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Toppin, no one around him. Off target from 3-point range.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now Halliburton. Following the 3-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
First step quickness that time from Halliburton. Got the defender on his heels.
Washington passes to Gafford. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Klay Thompson is checked in for the Mavericks. The Pacers also with the sub. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Nembhard. He's covered by Washington. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 18. And he drives in. Gafford kicks to Irving. And here's Washington outside. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting?
Look at that!
Oh, my goodness. What's up?
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Stolen by Walker. Halliburton with it, guarded now by Irving. They grab their own miss. Toppin passes to Nembhard. And that one's drained from the low block.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Pass to Gafford. Now, here is Irving. Another 3 for Dallas.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Indiana making some changes. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Aaron Nesmith. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. On the wing, Mathurin. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Mavericks leading by 18. Thompson in the post. Nembhard covering. A nice shot by Irving.
Oh, yeah. Irving, he has the mid-range in his bag now.
The Pacers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Nembhard. Halliburton, he's open. Pass to Siakam. Offline with his 3.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Davis. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Davis.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Najee Marshall, 2 shots.
That's good for Marshall. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Marshall hits them both. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Turner finds Siakam. And Lively pulls it down. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. Now, here's Marshall. Defense is right there. Irving from long range. Good on the triple.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Davis.